Notice how I'm thinking a little bit outside the box and I'm finding ways to make my workout more intense. I challenge you guys to do the exact same thing to speed up your results. Alrighty then, there is only 3 ways that you can gain muscle while lifting weights. And I'm gonna show you how to perform all 3 of these in every single workout in 30 minutes or less. If you search how to build muscle fast on YouTube, you will see absolutely nobody talking about this. They'll be telling you to lift heavy, they'll be telling you to eat in a calorie surplus. Those are great tips and all, but guess what? If you perform all 3 of these in every single workout, your gains are going to explode. So you know what? I'm just gonna tell you these 3 right now. Lifting heavy, chasing the pump, and confusing the muscles, aka mechanical overload, metabolic stress, and muscle damage. So smash a like and tap the bell for me giving you all 3 in the first 30 seconds of the video. But first, let's address the anabolic gorilla in the room. Where in the hell have I been the last 40 days? If you don't care about my disappearance, it's kind of but I understand you're here for the gains. Go right here and skip ahead to the content. Now, about 40 days ago, I made a decision that I really just wanted to focus on myself. I always loved the idea of there being like an off season where you improve yourself and you come back better than ever. I used to be a basketball player, so every summer you would take a few months off, you would work on shooting, dribbling, ball handling, you come back for the next season better than ever. I want you guys to think of the last 40 days as my quote unquote YouTube off season, and I've really been thinking carefully on what I want to do with this channel and how I can create the most innovative content possible, and I'm really excited now about the future of this channel. So it was a really much needed time off. Of course, I've also been working relentlessly on growing Outline with my business partner and our entire team. We recently won Breakout Brand of the Year on bodybuilding.com, which is awesome, and our big thing is we have this principle called Kaizen, which means continuous improvement, and continuous improvement means a lot of work and a lot of responsibility, but I would not trade that for anything, because waking up with a purpose and a mission every single day is the best ever, and I truly wish that for each and every single one of you guys. And before I get into the content, I do have a gift for you for staying loyal to this channel throughout my disappearance. Now, I usually do a giveaway for Superhuman pre-workout at the end of the video, and I pick one person. Today, I'm going to give 50 people a free sample tub of Superhuman pre-workout in any 3 versions and in any mouthwatering flavor that you want. There is a Superhuman pre-workout for every person and every goal, but we do have to limit it to 50 free sample tubs per day. So tap the first link down in the description. If you miss out today, make sure you check first thing tomorrow. The first way to gain muscle lifting weights, I like to refer to as just lift heavy. The scientific name, of course, is called mechanical tension. Now, this is probably the one that you are most familiar with, but there's a bit of detail that goes into it. The best way to trigger mechanical tension is not trying to hit a PR every single time that you work out. If you notice the way that a power lifter works out versus the way that a bodybuilder works out, although bodybuilders do lift pretty heavy weights for part of their workout, they're typically gonna be in like the 4 at the minimum to 8 at the maximum rep range on their quote unquote heavy sets. If you contrast this to a power lifter, they're doing a lot of 1 to 3 rep maxes. And of course, you always want to get stronger, but that doesn't necessarily mean trying to max out every single workout to get bigger. A rule of thumb for mechanical tension, aka just lift heavy, is 85 to 90% of your 1 repetition max. Let's say, for example, that my barbell incline bench press max is about 265 pounds. Approximately 85% of this is going to be 225 pounds. So that would be a perfect weight for me to do between, say, 4 and 8 repetitions on the barbell incline bench press. So you always want to be 85 to 90% of your 1 rep max to really trigger mechanical tension, and you do not want to ego lift. That means you're not bouncing the bar off your chest when you're bench pressing, you're not doing quarter squats at the gym, you're not ego lifting, you're actually going heavy, but you're not sacrificing form. And the biggest mistake that I see when guys go heavy, they sacrifice their form. So always remember, you wanna go 85 to 90% of your 1 rep max, and that 1 rep max is you actually doing that lift with good form. Now, the best exercises to trigger mechanical tension are always gonna be barbell compound lifts, barbell deadlift, barbell squat, barbell bench press, barbell row, and barbell overhead press, weighted dips, weighted chin-ups. In theory, you can trigger mechanical tension with any exercise, but these are definitely gonna be the exercises that you do compound barbell movements on. So to give you guys a sample workout, I recommend 4 sets heavy incline bench press, 85 to 90% of your 1 rep max. And the big difference with this one versus the other two is slightly longer rest times between sets. 2 to 2.5 minute rest times between sets anytime that you are going really heavy. So a good way to remember pillar 1 of 3 is just lift heavy. The second way to gain muscle lifting weights, I call chasing the pump. It's also known as metabolic stress. Now, you see all these videos on YouTube. I've seen some with millions of views. Light weights versus heavy weights. What's better for building muscle mass? Maybe just do both in the same workout and listen to the science. Metabolic stress indicates that you need to go light and create a maximum muscle pump. Mechanical tension indicates to go heavy. You do both in the same workout, you're going to speed up your results. This doesn't need to be like half your workout where you're chasing the pump or 3/4 of your workout. As long as you do a couple sets of the targeted muscle that you are training with maximum time under tension, you are going to reap the benefits of metabolic stress. And if you look at a lot of bodybuilders, they will predominantly train in this way, and even natural bodybuilders, because I know you guys are gonna say, well, they're enhanced, blah, blah, blah. Even natural bodybuilders will train in this way and see amazing results. Anyone can see great results from this type of training. Now, how to properly trigger metabolic stress is, I think for me, the sweet spot is 30 to 45 seconds time under tension. A lot of scientific studies show around 40 seconds, but what is so important is that an exercise that you're performing metabolic stress on, you pick a move where you feel incredible activation. So if you're trying to do, say, bicep training with metabolic stress, pick a bicep exercise where you feel the best mind-muscle connection and the best pump. My favorite exercises to do this are, say for like chest, I love doing cable flies. I get such a crazy chest pump going 30 to 45 seconds time under tension right on the cable flies. Whatever exercise you pick, you cannot rest that muscle. It needs to work for 30 seconds at the minimum to 45 seconds time under tension, and you should be pretty close to failure in the 30 to 45 second range. Obviously, don't pick a weight so light that you could go for 1.5 to 2 minutes time under tension. You want to pick a weight that's fairly light, but a weight that you fail on between 30 and 45 seconds. And the big difference between this one and the last one is shorter rest times. When I'm doing pump training, I'm always resting anywhere between 45 to 75 second rest time is going to be perfect. And you want to just focus on mind-muscle connection, on really focusing on that muscle that you are training. I like using machines for metabolic stress. I also like using light dumbbells. You can trigger metabolic stress with any movement that you want. Just make sure that you are failing or close to failure in the 30 to 45 second range. Third and final way is really going to lock in your results. Now, an easy way to think of this is muscle confusion. The scientific term is muscle damage. This basically means you're training in a way that's creating more healthy micro tears on the targeted muscle. One way to trigger this is focusing on the eccentric portion of the lift. So let's say, for example, I'm doing a bicep curl. This is the concentric portion right here where I'm curling the weight. The eccentric portion is where I'm lowering the weight. So by slowing down the part right here, you're lengthening the muscle and you're actually creating more healthy micro tears, slowing down the eccentric portion of the repetition. So the first way to trigger more muscle damage is simply slowing down the eccentric portion of every single lift to a count of, I would say, 3 seconds. So say you're doing the barbell bench press, you're going down for a count of 3 seconds. Say you're doing a bicep curl, you're slowing down the eccentric to a count of 3 seconds. Say you're doing a squat, same thing, 3 seconds. Obviously, some exercises are easier than others, so pick the exercise where you can really control the weight, go nice and heavy, and focus on going slow. You do want to go heavy. You want to pick ideally where you can go 6 to 10 reps while slowing down your eccentric portion of the rep to a count of 3 total seconds. And the second way to trigger more muscle damage is new exercises and new intensity techniques with these new exercises. You ever notice that when you just train harder, you throw in more drop sets and supersets, you have one of those workouts where you just flat out crush it? You notice that you're a little bit more sore? This is muscle damage at its finest. Your body is an adaptation machine. If you keep on doing the same over and over again, you're just trying to load up a few more pounds on the bench press to get a bigger chest, you're going to see diminishing returns. This is why muscle damage is so important and why I highly recommend you train harder and incorporate more supersets, more drop sets, and more exercises for every single muscle group. That is why I upload and have uploaded in the past so many outside the box and new exercises for every single muscle group. Not only does this make your workout a hell of a lot more fun, but it can help you trigger more muscle damage because new activation is going to equal new gains. So I recommend the best way to implement this is drop sets, supersets, and slowing down the eccentric portion of your lift. So let's say, for example, I'm trying to get a bigger chest. A great superset would be the dumbbell bench press, where I go 6 to 10 rep range until failure. I drop the weight 30%. I do another 6 to 10 reps until failure. And on that second portion of the drop set, I'm also slowing down the eccentric portion. Notice how I'm thinking a little bit outside the box and I'm finding ways to make my workout more intense. I challenge you guys to do the exact same thing to speed up your results. So you now know the only 3 ways that you can gain muscle lifting weights. I really wanted to make this video for you guys so you can train smarter, you can train harder, you can have more fun in your workouts, and you can see much faster results. Now, if you search this channel, you're gonna see a bunch of workouts called the balloon method. The balloon method was invented right here on this channel, and it's just a really efficient, easy way to maximize these 3 science-backed ways that you gain muscle lifting weights in every single workout, and it works amazing whether your goal is to build muscle really fast, whether you're trying to burn fat while gaining muscle, or whether you're just trying to get shredded and lose fat really efficiently. It works amazing for every single goal, and we've seen some incredible transformations on the superhuman training programs that all follow the balloon method. So there is a superhuman training program for every single goal that follows the balloon method. I will throw that down in the second description below, and I have so many videos on the way. I really missed making videos on this channel, but I promise you guys it was all for the best.
You ain't got no gains. You ain't lift no weights.